my Bluetooth disconnected. And I don't want to play the thing on the thing. Yeah? There we go. Good. One more second. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to Periwinkle Palace Arts, my place on the internet. I'm Princess Bun Bun, here with my Bun Buns, and we do art here. Let's say hi to the buns. We have different buns this afternoon than this morning. I don't always do that, but we have, hello bunny. This is such a silly thing, but I'm totally obsessed. Okay. This is Maya, my fibromyalgia bunny. She's my fave. Not my favorite, but the first. She's the first. And she sits under my desktop. Right there. Please don't knock over my drink. Okay. We also have the chronic pain bunny. This is Lee Bibi. She's named after a character in a show I like. She has spike bracelets. They fall off of her all the time. I think she leaves them around for like bombs for me to step on, like little Legos that kids leave around. Yeah. I'm like, I think part of my foot problem overall has to do with the number of Legos I've stepped on in my life. We also have Miss Patches. She is my psoriasis bunny. And yeah. She had to sit up here while I did the cuticle care and all that yesterday. And she didn't want to sit here while I was doing the overlays, but she wants to come back now because we finished all that. Yay. Now we get to do the art part. Yay. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's Friday afternoon and so here's the thing. I have a couple of medications that I take that they basically run out on me around noon. So I take my meds at noon. One of them kicks back in. One of them I do not take another dose of. And this medication thing has been changing all over the place since, I don't know. I mean, it changed a lot before things started getting really crazy with the pharmacies. And then in like November or December of last year, there was a big thing where I could not get my medications for multiple months in a row. And I was going into withdrawals. To be clear, these are medications I've been taking since approximately 2012 to 2014, because I didn't go on all of them at the same time. And I decided, discussed with my husband and my doctor, that if I cannot get X, Y, or Z medication within the time it takes me to go through the worst of withdrawals on said medication, I'm not going to put that medication back in my system. So, that's been a process. And genuinely, it put me in bed for months. I'm just now, in the past month or so, getting to a point where I can make it through the morning out here. I have not yet gotten back to a point where I can be physically active, which means I can't clean things or pick things up or move things that I need to move. I can't put up my laundry. And there comes a point in the day where I just can't go anymore. So here's a little secret. That's one of the reasons that when I leave the stream at the end, I say bye so fast. Because I'm like, oh gosh, get me out of here. I just, either that or I haven't had enough coffee. I ran out of coffee. I'm just like, bye, like that in a row. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, around noon, the different medications that I have in my system at the time start to vary. And then I take another batch of meds. And these ones kick in, these ones done worn off, and I have trouble keeping myself together. Oh my goodness. So I decided, I guess, that it would be a good idea to push myself into trying to do some afternoon streams. And the problem with it is not so much that I can't do it, it's that all the meds in my body just like going in and out makes for an interesting switch of issues. I have different issues in the afternoon than I do in the mornings. And also, like, it changes again around like 3 o'clock and then 5 o'clock and then also like around 7:30. I don't take meds at all those times, but some meds kick in at different times or have different like times, I guess, because like if you take ibuprofen every 8 hours, that's a different number of times of day that you're going to take it, right? Whereas if you're taking some other pill but you only take it once a day, then it also is going to kick in and kick out, I guess, at different times. So I'm on the struggle bus for real right now, and I do worry about the things that I will say while on a live stream. So if I feel a little kooky, a little loopy, a little unhinged, it's hard for me to convince myself to come on live when I'm like that. But in all honesty, I'm like that all the time. I have lost the cap to my Sharpie. There's nobody here to save me from this. Wait, hang on a minute. I got this. I found it. Oh. If I can't reach it, I think my oldest is here to come get it for me. I saved myself. Okay, let's put away this. Let's put this away. I was just doing that to like work my hands back out again. Okay. So I'm curious as to whether um, people think that the marble glass thing shows up better on camera, or the maniology mat that I used the last time I did this. If you want to know what I'm bouncing to, or possibly singing or humming, whistling, I don't really whistle that much because I never learned how to properly whistle. So, I would like to know whether you guys think this shows up better on camera or that shows up better on camera. And also, if you want to know exactly what it is that's got me singing and dancing, it's really just your son's shiny, happy face being here. Okay, okay. That was cheesy, right? Right here. I did it with no help. Right there is a little box. It's a screen share from my Spotify mini player, and that's what I'm listening to. Okay? So I need a pulling thread. Couple things here as we get started. I'm still trying to decide. But while I decide between, okay, I know I'm doing the clouds. Maybe. I don't know. I also thought about just doing the rainbow butterfly wings with one cloud accent nail. And then I thought about doing all of the silver hollow graphic butterfly wings and then an accent nail of that. But I really like these. I'm feeling the pastel energy today. So, I don't know. While I'm deciding that though. Where is it? There it is. This is what I was looking for when we did the sunflowers plaid. So these nail wraps, all of the ones that I'm using right now, are from a store called Nail Fox, and I had never used their designs before, but I really was like looking at their designs and I was like, wow, I love those, right? So I ended up getting a few of them. This is a little heater thingy, and basically I'm just using it to seal the end of this packaging back up. It's not a guaranteed solution, but most of the time it takes enough air out of the package that it keeps your nail wraps better preserved. I try to get them as low in the baggie as I can and trim part of it off, the top part, any excess. Yep. And then if you want to be super precise, you can squeeze the air out of it. And then I just wanted to show you guys how I do this now that I found my little heater thingy. I love that sucker. Let me stick this back in there, right? Get in there. All right. And just, I'm gonna go the other way now. I went too fast. Okay. Those are sealed up all nice. So, okay. We did all of this morning. We did a good job. Yeah? Yeah. If you were hanging out with me this morning, thanks. And thanks for coming back. If you weren't, that's okay too. We still like you. I do have to make a decision about this at some point. I know that. If there was people in the live chat, I would put up a poll. Because sometimes I have severe indecision issues, or rather decision issues. I'm decision impaired. I'm also word impaired. If you haven't figured that out yet, it's kind of, I guess, a form of verbal aphasia slash a stutter. I say words wrong. I always have. It's only gotten worse the older I've gotten. These are so pretty. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you could see those very well. So pretty, right? Sometimes I'll do something like this. I can't split my eyes. That's really pretty. Oh my, that's really pretty. Okay. I think we're gonna be mad because the people are mowing the yard. That's what we're gonna do. If you guys can hear that, I'm so sorry. Hey! Okay, I think we're gonna go with the pastel clouds and butterfly wing, rainbow butterfly wing accents. Okay? And then these are not the wide ones, so I can already see that's not going to fit over my nail. This is not the wide ones, because some of them that I got were for wide beds and pedicures. I think this one might have been one of them. I have this problem a lot with my thumbnails. Like, I don't know if you can see, but like if I push the design all the way to the edge of my nail, I have this much with overlap. So sometimes what I do in that case is I will get a polish and paint the nail, and then I'll stick like the decal right in the center. Sometimes I'll see if it's a kind of design I can put on sideways. Like, that might work here. If you can put it on sideways, you could stretch it. But then again, I just remembered how stretchy these are in the first place, because I was able to stretch them a pretty good ways. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna risk it. I'm looking at the different ones to see where I want to pull them from. This is something I do where I look at, like, this design has like red and pink and yellow at the bottom. So does this one. So does this one. But at the other end, it's got like the blue greens. And these ones are very much more purple and blue on one end, and then they've got, I really love that seafoam greenish color on this one. It's kind of in the middle of this one too. Decisions. Here we go. We can do this. It's fine. I think I might do the green and blue on my ring finger. And I'm basing this off of, okay, I think I can stretch these. But if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna have a whole lot of DIY hacking this to do. But I didn't have to do that last time. One thing I'm going to do different this time, last time I when I applied them, I pulled them down over the top of my overlay and tucked them under the bottom of the nail, and then I cut it off there. But these nail wraps are really nice and thick, so normally that's not a problem for me. Like, I tuck them underneath my nail and all the time, and just it stays. But these are really thick and sturdy, so me doing that actually had them lifting up more. So this time we're going to do them the way most people do them. The other way that's not my way, where we just file it straight off. I think we're gonna grab this one here and this one. We're gonna aim for the greenish blue part to be closest to the nail bed. Okay, so I think this one should fit on this nail. It might not. I have such big nail beds. Okay. But again, they're stretchy, right? Those are gonna be much too big for. Alright. And we're gonna use the greenish end of these ones for the thumb. No, this is the ring finger. This is the thumb. It's really important to do this before you start, honestly. You can laugh at me if you want. I laugh at me too. Coffee's so good. Coffee's so good. That hurt my tooth. I would love to know why things always go wrong, or I always get sick, or something always starts hurting Friday. On Friday. It's always on Friday. Okay, so the next question is, am I doing 2 accent nails or just the one? And if I'm just doing one, I don't know. I think I'm gonna do the ring finger and the pinky with the butterflies. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna grab these green ones. We're gonna put them right next to the pinky. I mean, those are for the pinky. Ring finger. This is gonna be a weird set, y'all. But I can't decide which pattern I want, so we're having butterflies and pastel clouds. That's what we're having. Sometimes my designs and my things look a little crazy. That's not gonna fit any finger. Okay. I'm going to do this one on my index finger. So, pinky, ring, index. We know this is going to be the thumb. So, will this fit on the middle finger? Maybe. Probably. Okay. This is going to be the middle finger. Okay, we have our design. Let me move these. I need a different file. Hang on. I like to use this one for filing off nail wraps, especially if they're thicker nail wraps. I don't think I've ever gotten any this thick, except for some textured ones I bought. They have like a puffy texture to them. Not from here though. Okay, we have the silicone tool. We use that for basically squeegeeing the nail wrap into place. I have tweezers. You never know when you're going to need tweezers. I have a cuticle pusher that's pretty sharp. Tiny scissors. Top coat, gel top coat. Cuticle oil. 100 grit file. A nail brush. I think that's everything we're gonna need. Okie dokie. Are we ready? We're gonna start with rubbing alcohol. So I'm gonna spray them and then, okay, I need to get some more paper towels. Hang on. I like using small pieces of paper towel. These, I don't know, maybe it's just these paper towels, but I've been getting them for a long time. And paper towels work for me where other things just aren't that great. But I like to tear them into tiny pieces to use them. And I use them over and over until they're no longer working. Okay, so I cleaned that really well with the alcohol. I wonder if I'm saying alcohol, if that's going to cause a YouTube problem. I was watching um, YouTube videos about, you know, content, copyright, that kind of stuff. Um, it got overwhelming. It got so overwhelming. But I hope that saying that particular word doesn't cause a problem, because I say it all the time because I use that rubbing alcohol in just about everything I do. Okay, we gotta open this up, peel it out. So I'm gonna warm it up. I was trying to pull them apart. Let me cut them. That there. I try to keep all this organized while I'm doing it so I don't get confused. I hope it helps y'all not get confused too, but I just know that I forgot to turn my time-lapse camera on, that's what I know. No, I just know that it helps me not be confused. I'm an easily confused person. So I'm just giving it a little friction. It helps to separate it a little bit from the clear thing when I do that. And also it makes the polish strip more pliable. So some people call these nail wraps, some people call them nail polish strips. I don't really know the answer to what the right name is. So I call them different things. I'm trying. Here we go. I ripped that a little bit at the top, but it will be fine. I like to make the polish strip as flexible as it can be. And I'm gonna put it right back against my cuticle, kind of I like to let this part hang down, sort of like that, and like I put it against the cuticle and try to get it centered, and then I'll lay it down. If I don't feel like it's centered, I'll try again, because that's what you do. I'm looking to see how the sides are. Okay, so what I need to do on this side right here is stretch it a little bit more. So I'm going to pull the edge up. I haven't really pressed it down good yet. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, even though it doesn't need to be stretched as much. I mean, I could do a better job, but... So, I like this shape one for this because I can use this to push up against the edges, and I can use this right here to go over the curve of my nail. So, I start in the middle, and I go straight back, and then forward. I want to smooth it down through the center first. Sometimes I change these steps every time I do it because I figure out better ways for it to be done, or just a better way to do this particular nail. It's all subject to change. And I'm just smoothing this down, kind of squeegeeing any air out from underneath, smoothing it down really good. And if you have trouble doing that with the tool, I recommend using your finger to warm it up a little bit. It says on the instructions for these that you can use a heat tool or a hairdryer, but you know, why? I don't need it. You might, but I will tell you that keep it really cold in this house. So using my finger works just fine for me. Okay, I'm pretty satisfied with how that's looking. Okay, so now I'm gonna just take this and I'm gonna pull it like so and stretch it a little bit more. It's already starting to come off on its own. How about that? That's awesome. That hasn't happened before with these. I wasn't expecting that to happen. But just stick that back on there. And then I'm gonna come along the front edge of it and smooth it down. And it looks like I'm kind of pulling it over the same way I did last time, but I'm not, because let me show you. Now I'm gonna take my file, and it's kind of tucked up there. I'm gonna come along. What? I'm getting better at this, but I'm not great at it yet. So I'm gonna come along here and just go straight down. Okay. This 100 grit file takes care of it super fast. Right? You want to go really lightly doing this. It's all disconnected now. There's a couple of little pieces that went underneath the nail. So I clean those out. And I bring the silicone tool back against the edge. And this should give you basically, your design should be flush with the edge of the nail. Now, if you have any overhang back near the cuticle, which, I mean, I recommend that you try not to have overhang on your cuticle, because it's a bit annoying to try and get it off, but it does come off. I'll show you how to do that if we get one. Or one of the ways, or two of the ways, it just depends. So, at this moment, I could swipe this with rubbing alcohol and put the top coat on it, and that nail would be good to go. But I'm gonna do more of these today, so I'm gonna leave the top coat till we get closer to the end. Okay. I'm having a hair barrette issue back here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take my hair down out of the buns. It was poking me in the head. Pardon me, I'm sorry. Okay. I'll take this one down too, so I don't look like I'm lopsided. Although that is kind of an 80s look to it, right? There we go. Oh, that was bothering me more than I even realized. That pretty? I think it's really pretty. In fact, it's so pretty that I'm considering changing the design to be all the butterfly wings. But I really like the clouds. Ugh. When Chris can't decide things. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. Look at these ones. We warm it up Ziggy, launch Netflix on my Samsung.
Getting Netflix from Samsung.
Okay. There, that's the clear part. Give me just a second. Is that really touched by an angel? I never know what to watch. Ew, it's static to me. I don't like things being static to me. When I was on stream this morning, I mentioned that I'm going to have a delivery today that I have to sign for, and it may be coming. The message says 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Stretching that side. Stretching this side. I need to stretch it a little bit more. Okay. That's on there pretty good. Now I'm gonna squish it, squeegee it. What do you want to call it? I do put a little bit of pressure on this when I'm doing it. I'm trying to make sure it's pressed down fully around the edges. Wow. I love how that separates like that. Just pulling it down. I'm gonna make sure it's super smooth. Now, I did stretch this quite a lot. This one, and I don't know if you can see, but over here, right here on the edge, there's like a bit where it stretched a little bit too much. But it's fine. You wouldn't have seen it if I hadn't have just showed it to you. That looks good. So now I'm just going to gently run this file straight down again. When I do this, I make sure when I'm putting the nail wraps on that I only go underneath or straight down. I don't go up like this because that can lift the nail wrap. It's not great, but it's great enough for me. I have run out of coffee. I have to press so. I really need to use the leg rest attachment on my chair. Ergonomics is so important. Okay. So I'm gonna go here, pink at the end, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I want it this way. Let's warm it up. I'm gonna use the tweezers to do this. That's a clear thingy. I don't like it when things stick to me with static. It really bugs me. I feel freaked out by it. Okay. You know what I forgot to do? Is wipe this with rubbing alcohol. You're stretching it a little bit. Okay, so that one went up on the cuticle a little bit, but it's fine. Straight back. Sometimes when I'm doing certain types of art, like nail art, I wonder if it wouldn't be useful for me to have a camera facing up underneath my desk. And I could do it because this whole desk itself is glass. But right now I can just do the overhead. It's just hard for me to keep track of what you guys can see. You know, I have to turn my fingers and everything to see what I need to see, but I also want you guys to be able to see it. Let's warm it up. Like, I don't know if I like this design together, but I like both of the designs individually. Who cares? If I like it, who cares? If you like what you're doing, who cares, right? Ow, I just stabbed myself with the tweezers. So again, we're gonna I'm gonna put this side up against the nail bed because I'm trying to get the most of it to be the green blue. Ow! I stabbed myself with them tweezers again. Does it seem like an effective way to prevent a breakout of psoriasis, does it? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna grab it right here and just tug it a little bit before I even apply it to my fingernail. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. Eek. Okay. Okay, I gotta pull that side a little bit more. Yep. Yeah. I think this is going pretty well. This can happen sometimes where you have a little bit of gel that pulled in the nail, nail well, right, and it'll make like a little bump right on the inside. I don't know if you can see that. It's right there. So there's gel under there. I can't push it down any further. You can do several things there. You can remove it from the gel part, or you can leave it, or you can also wait until after you apply your gel top coat, and you can file it off and then put another top coat. It depends on what you want to do. And right now, I don't want to do any of those. So I'm going to file this off. Look, if your nail is not even on the end, when you do this, you can also use this as an opportunity to go ahead and straighten that up. Like, you can file your nail shape while you have the wrap on. Okay, so let me just, there's a little piece stuck under there, and I'll get it out. Here we go. Ta-da. Oh, there we go. I mean, I think it's looking cute. It looks like I'm wearing two whole different sets of nails. Make these shiny clear things to offer me. My headphones are about to die, so I will swap them out now. You warmed up? I can't see what I'm doing. Well, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna try to stretch this one too. Okay. I wonder what she got into. Okay, let's stretch this a little bit from the center. So we're gonna put it on here with the green part against the nail. I stretched it a little bit too much because I got this little hangover right here. It's okay. Watch this. Got it. Ah. That's one way you could do it. Another way you could do it is like this. This this thumbnail needed a little bit of reshaping. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to swipe the nail, the top of the nails, with some rubbing alcohol. Just quickly, because you can actually smudge the nail wrap with rubbing alcohol. There we go. And this just kind of helps it to even stick even more and fine and smooth it out. All right, and let that dry. Okay, that's pretty dry. Now we're gonna put top coat. We're gonna do the thumbnail first. I put the top coat on pretty thickly. And then I'm going to come down to the bottom and also put the top coat pretty thickly around the free edge. It took me a long time to learn how to do that on the free edge without creating either a big bump there or causing it to get all over my skin. But one thing I can tell you is a top coat forgives a multitude of sins. Covers a multitude of sins. So I'm going to flash cure this. Okay. So it's 10 seconds. And then I'm going to do the other nails. Flash cure that. Flash gear. Found it. Okay, so now I'm going to cure the entire hand for 60 seconds. Oops, I said 60 seconds. I had to change the number on the lamp and I forgot to do that. Done. Now, when we're done with all of the nails, I'll come back and put a second layer of top coat on everything. But that is enough to protect everything while we do the other hand. I don't know, what time is it? Should we do the other hand? Yeah, I think we can. Joe, you'll let me know when somebody knocks on the door. I have a delivery coming I need to sign for. I think I can use these other ends of these. Well, not this one. I don't know. It's got enough blue in it, I think. No, we'll go ahead and use this one. This one we can use because it's pretty much the same color throughout. There's a lot of difference between the top and the bottom part of this one. And I want them to match, so. Get it warmed up. Oh,
sideways
there
from
goes my
that.
headphones.
And I stopped in a bar I wasn't supposed to be at.
The other one's not charged yet, so. Yeah, wipe them all with the rubbing alcohol. Wipe them all with the rubbing alcohol. Wipe them all with the rubbing alcohol. I'm ridiculous. I'm sorry. I know. I'm trying to answer any questions along the way that I think anybody might have. But if I don't answer your question, just let me know and I'll answer it in the live chat or in the comments. I got a little paper stuck to the back of this one. Okay. Stretched it a little bit. I might have stretched it too much. There it is. I love that they're so stretchy. I mean, they definitely have a limit to how far they can stretch, but I've never really been successful in finding nail wraps that actually will fit my nails, and most of the ones I've ever tried to stretch rip before I get any stretch in them. There's a lot of stretchiness here. That's a positive thing for me. Go in here like this, kind of. This is why I use that sharp little cuticle pusher, because it can actually cut through the nail wrap. Gotta be careful and don't hurt yourself, but if you just have a tiny bit of hangover, it works really well. You're just gonna stick to everything, aren't you? Ah! file the end of it straight up, straight down it, like that. That looks good. I am going to leave this little tab on here. Am I? I don't know, I'm not. That seems silly. Try to cut it smooth. My hand's shaking so much. What's that?
Almost didn't get it.
Why?
Because she just put a little note on the inside of the door and walked off.
Without even knocking.
No knocking, but do nothing. But I
Okay.
happened to hear the door move. So I stuck my head outside and I saw the slip.
I messed that up a little bit. Okay.
You want this in a bedroom?
Yes, please.
Sorry.
I'm trying to. No, it's not you. It's me. I'm trying to get this thing to go on my nail, and my fingers aren't cooperating. So I guess I stretched that one a little bit too much. Oops. It's fine though. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna try to use the scissors to deal with this one. This is one of those things that really, it depends on what my hands are acting like at the moment. That's how I decide which way I'm going to take care of these little hanging over parts. Sometimes I use my tiny scissors. Sometimes I use the cuticle pusher. Sometimes I will use a Q-tip and acetone. It just depends. Where's the cuticle pusher? Shh. Shh. Evie, hush up. Hush up, baby. I don't know. The husband's making more noise than the dogs. Man,
Sit.
I'm just struggling here. It'll be fine. Got it. Okay. Now we file it. Come here. Come here. Give me you thing. Got it. Ow! Never mind that. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Okay. We have 3 more. 3 more. I don't remember which order they went in. I think this one first. Got it. Oh, no, that was just the tab part. I got excited too soon. Right there. I'm not having the luck right now, am I? I will get it. I will get it. Come here. Oh, that one fit on there just perfect. Mostly. Okay, just mostly perfect. That's a thing. Get in there. No cookie. Psst. Haz depresso. Don't wait. I drive the people around me crazy. Sometimes this doesn't work either. Sometimes it works a little better after you put the rubbing alcohol on it. But I think I'm just gonna leave that one like that because that's also in that spot where I have the bump and it's not overhanging that much. It's just that little purple bit right there. I'm just gonna leave it alone. We're almost there. The art part is worth it. Right? Who knows? I think it's worth it. I convinced myself that it is anyway. Otherwise, I wouldn't take care of my nails probably. I reward myself when I do hard things.
Sesh, cut it.
Be quiet.
Dang, son. I think my son walked in and thought I wasn't streaming because the TV is paused. Usually when I leave this room, I just leave the TV paused. It's a bad habit of mine. Hi, Gil. I think the child was looking for you. The older child.
Yeah, pull it up.
That doesn't look good. There we go. There we go. Okay. I stretched that one a little bit far too. We use the scissors this time. So that one looks a little jacky, but I don't even know what to say about that one. We'll fix it another time. This one would have been easier to do with the Q-tip, but I was stubborn. I got it anyway. That one's just gonna look weird at the back. Why won't you focus? I can't get it. I got a package today, just now, of bunnies. New bunnies. I know it seems like having the edges peek out is more aesthetic than anything else, but that's not it. With those little pieces sticking out, if you don't get them and you put your gel top coat over it, your top coat will peel from right at that spot. And I don't know exactly why, but I'm sure on another day I could logic that out for you. That day is not today. I always get these big corner pieces right underneath my thumbnail. Uh-oh. I need to take my medicines. I know it seems like there's a lot of dust underneath that fingernail, but there's really not. It's just that the psoriasis has flared up and it's kind of everywhere now. But that's how it goes. Guys, I think we're all done with that. So let's wipe them with rubbing alcohol. And then we'll do the top coat. So I'm gonna put this top coat on, and then we're gonna be done for the day. I'll do a second layer of top coat on them once I get offline. No need for you to watch me do 2 coats. Applying top coat is kind of basic. I don't want to bore you. Cap the free edge. Check. And I always like to cure my thumbs first. Or separately. I cure them separately from the rest of my hand. Got that flash cured. I'd like to remind you finally, one more time, I am not a professional. This is not a tutorial or a how-to. This is how I do it. Your mileage may vary. But if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. I get impatient when I'm close to the very end of the design. Now, there are times where I will sit here and paint my nails and then apply little pieces of these nail wraps. That's why I keep the other pieces so I can use them later on in other kinds of designs. There are times where I will put the nail wrap on as just an accent nail, and the rest will be painted. Or I'll do some kind of sculpting on top of the nail wrap, or maybe hand paint on top of it, add 3D elements. I never really know till I get to the end. Sometimes I'll even come back a few days later and add stuff to them. I'll be looking at them for a few days and then I'll be like, ooh, I know what I can do to these. Or I wonder how that would work out. And then I'll play with them. Almost there. And now I'm gonna nuke everything for 60 seconds. So, today we have finished cuticle cleanup and nail prep, and we redid gel overlays and lots of filing. We did a lot of filing. And finally, we put our design on. I'm really loving these nail wraps. I really am. They make fast work of getting a cute design on your hand. I could spend hours like water marbling and nail stamping and all of that to get this kind of design, but sometimes I just want a quick, easy solution. All done. What do you think? So I think those came out super pretty. Let me know in the comments if you like them. And let me know if you think I picked a good combination with the clouds and the butterfly wings, or if you think they would have looked prettier by themselves. And which one is your favorite, the clouds or the butterfly wings? Let me know. Okay, I'm gonna go put another layer of top coat on these, and then I'm gonna open my package of new bunnies. Thank you for hanging out here at Periwinkle Palace Arts. My name is Princess Bun Bun with my Bun Buns, and we did art today. And we don't have to do this again for at least a week. Yay! Though we still have to keep up the cuticle care around the nail. But that's just part of life. You could subscribe or like or dislike or turn on the notifications if you want to. I'm not about to force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. I will see you back here Monday morning around 8:30 in the morning, and we'll be going back to do this and finish this up. That's what we'll be finishing when we come back on Monday. And I'm going to spend the weekend seeing if I can figure out Final Cut camera and maybe have a different little setup for us on Monday.